Hello. Sorry, I was trying to chase a cat. Um, and that doesn't always work. I mean, when you chase them, they run and it's just craziness. Yeah, it's just so much fun. Hey Shay, how are you? So I have a lot that I want to talk about tonight because we're in this full moon energy. I mean, we really are. The eclipse is not until tomorrow. And oh, by the way, just to show what a geek I am, may the 4th be with you. I know. Oh my gosh, I am. I'm such a great geek. But Mercury retrograde is really, really happening here. There's so much like crazy stuff happening. I have spent 2 days having to pull like videos that I made like a week ago or at least 4 or 5 days ago that I've had to pull those like out of weird places because they disappeared. So, it's been a weird few days. Yeah. And so I have been running that nonstop for like a week. My essential oil diffuser because I'm like, okay, we got to change some of this shit. You know what I'm saying? It's been really crazy. So, there's a couple of things I want to talk about. I definitely want to talk about manifesting with the moon. So, when we manifest with the moon, we are manifesting in cycles. Hey, Amber Melanie, how are you? So when we manifest with the moon, we are manifesting in cycles. Our manifestations should be cyclic. It's just like cleaning out our closet. When we want to bring new energy in, we have to think about things that we need to release, things that we need to let go of. This is just really, really important. Just because it's energy doesn't mean that we don't need to release to bring in new stuff. Do you see what I'm saying? Um, this is really important. And there's a couple of different ways to manifest with the moon. And I say a couple of different ways. There's many different ways to manifest with the moon energy. But the couple of ways I'm talking about is like manifesting from like new moon in Scorpio, which happens in the fall, to the full moon in Scorpio, which happens in the spring. That's an example. Do you see what I'm saying? So I've told people this before, like if you're manifesting with the new moon in Aquarius, what is it that you're looking to happen in 6 months when that full moon in Aquarius energy comes around? What are you looking to see happen? What are you looking to come to fruition? And when you're manifesting from a full moon into a new moon into a full moon of the same sign, what is it that you're wanting long term? Like, I mean, long term. Because 6 months of manifesting, that's a long damn time, people. So I want you to think about that as well. Manifesting long term means that you're bringing in something that is going to have roots and that's going to be with you long term. Okay. Oh, before I go any further, I am telling people if you have questions about this, I seem to have people that watch this like more after the live show, and that's fine. That's absolutely fine. If you have questions, make sure you email me at metaphysicalroundtable@gmail.com because I don't see the posts on Facebook. I don't see them. I always put out a thing, so if you send me a message on Facebook, it tells you that you need to email me. And so I've gotten a couple of those back, but I just want to make sure some people are not responding in that way. So I won't see those messages come to me through Facebook. I occasionally check the DMs on Instagram, but since I'm not like doing lives on Instagram here, you have to email me at metaphysicalroundtable@gmail.com in order for me to answer questions that you have after the live is over. Just just a little housekeeping, just letting you know. Okay. So, yes, Veronica. Hi, how are you? Yes, you need to get a plan. You need to get a plan. So, manifesting long term from a new moon in the same sign as the full moon that you're going to is a 6 month. That's a 6 month long term thing here. Okay, it's really the same as releasing as well. Just to let you know, I feel like I feel like there's a delay. This is weird. I don't know what's happening. Freaking Mercury. I'm double ruled by Mercury, so I'm getting slapped with this really hard this time. Weird. Okay. If we are just doing like, I don't necessarily think these are short term manifestations, but doing the manifesting is short term. When we're just manifesting from the new moon to the full moon, we're manifesting when the moon is waxing, when the moon is in a growth period. That's what we want to do. We want to follow the moon into that growth cycle, and we want to grow our manifestations with the moon. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, this is like really, hey, Diane, how are you? This is it's not easy. I mean, because, we're wanting to manifest sometimes at the wrong time. I do it all the time. Um, but this is important. We want to manifest with the moon. When the moon is growing in like clarity and light, then manifest then. To release, we're going to release from the full moon to the new moon. Now, I'm going to get into some specifics, okay? We don't start manifesting until the day after that new moon. There's a reason for this. The day after the new moon is actually when it starts its growth period. Okay? So at the new moon, we've just released things that we have been releasing, things that we've been gathering up, like spiritually or even physically, even in the material, things that we've been gathering up to like purge out. We have that last push at the pinnacle of the new moon energy. Go outside, dance it out, whatever you need to do, get on your knees and pray, whatever it is that you need to do. That you do that at the pinnacle of the new moon energy. Then the day after that new moon energy, that's when you start your manifesting. Because you don't want the two to overlap. You want to make sure all the nonsense, all the old stuff that's played out is pushed away, and then start bringing in the new stuff. Start bringing in the positive. Or, I mean, you could be releasing things that had been positive at one point or another. But this is time to bring in that new energy, that new whatever it is that you're calling into you. Okay? So we start manifesting the day after that new moon. Okay? And then we get all the way up to the full moon. And when the full moon hits its pinnacle, we release it out. It's important that you release out your manifestations. It's important that you don't cling to them like a controlling Virgo. I can make fun of myself. I know myself well enough that I can make fun of myself. I've been with her for a long time. So I've done this before where I've just held on to things that I've been manifesting, and I've just been holding on to it and polishing it up and just trying to make it perfect and just going, but this is how I want, this is what I want to do. If I don't let go of it, spirit is not going to be able to do anything with it. Do you see what I'm saying? I know I say that phrase a lot. I've already been called out on that on YouTube, but that's okay. You know, I'm 50. What can I say? I say that a lot. It's grape tonight. Grape ape. Love grape ape. Okay, that was a cartoon, children. That was a cartoon from a long time ago. Um, okay, so again, we're releasing at the full moon. We're releasing out the energy that we want to receive in our lives. We're essentially saying, okay, I've polished it up, I've put it together. This is what I would like. If it's for my best and highest good, this is what I would like. Please bring this to me. Clap, clap, clap. I'm grateful. Thank you so much. Moving on. But you do have to let it go. And when you let it go, you stop obsessing over it. And that's really hard for, again, a controlling Virgo to do. It's hard for me to let go of those things that I'm manifesting because I'm like, but are you taking care of it? Are you nurturing it? Yeah, because I'm pretty sure my guides haven't been like, taking care of me, nurturing me during all this time. So, it's like, it's crazy. Oh, Diane, I'm sorry you're in a weird place right now. Hang on. We're getting to it because I also want to talk about the turkey vulture medicine, and this may be what you need to hear, Diane. And Alethea, hey, how are you? Oh my gosh, my essential oil guru is here. Oh my gosh, I have questions for you, Alethea. We may need to trade up some stuff. Okay, so again, we're manifesting starting the day after the new moon. Okay, once the new moon hits its pinnacle, right? Let me give you an example. I kept out my calendar. I think you guys have met my Llewellyn's calendar. I know I had them in the December giveaway. January? I don't know. I think I did it in December. Okay, so for instance, we have a new moon on the 19th of May. This is a new moon in Taurus. It hits its pinnacle at 11:30 a.m. Okay? So I will start manifesting on the 20th. Do you see what I'm saying? We may still be in that new moon energy, but it's already hit its peak. I was gonna say something really like nasty, but I'm still trying to get one of my channels monetized, so I don't think that's a good idea. Um, okay, screw it. I was gonna say it's blown its wad, but that may be like a little too weird for some of you. This is the kind of metaphysical spiritual person I am. I'm just, yeah. So anyway, so the new moon again hits its pinnacle, hits its peak at 11:30 a.m. on Friday the 19th. On the 20th, on Saturday the 20th, I will start my manifesting. I will start burning my candles. I will start writing things down. I will start putting all of these things together. This is when I make it happen. Do you see what I'm talking about? Yes, Mouse, I see you. Sorry, Mouse just came back in after fighting. Come on. So then we have again releasing. So this full moon that we have like tomorrow, this is a different kind of full moon. This is a full moon lunar eclipse in Scorpio. I have learned the hard way not to manifest during this time. And then I'm actually hearing other people, astrologers, readers, what have you, to not manifest during eclipse season. And I get it because that's manifesting with chaos. It's manifesting with chaos. I don't even put out my moon water in all of those eclipses. I do in some of them. Some of them are less like the eclipse season that we had last fall was totally effed up. It was totally crazy. It was insane. And I was just like, absolutely not. I am not putting out my water. I'm not putting out my crystals to be recharged in this crap. I'm not doing any of that. So, this go round though, this eclipse that we have tomorrow night, I'm sitting my water out in it. I'm not charging my crystals in it. I'm not clearing my tools in it, but I am sitting my water out in it because sometimes you need that eclipse water, that eclipse energy water, that little bit of chaos to understand some of the chaos that's going on around you or to see through some chaos that's happening. Does that make sense to you guys? So in our spell work, sometimes I will use eclipse water. It's it's not often, and I don't use all eclipse water. But this full moon lunar eclipse in Scorpio tomorrow, I will set my water out in it. And I keep it separate too. I'll keep that bottle separate in a cupboard, labeled with what kind of eclipse water it is, all that, so that I know like when I need to use it, it's there. Okay, so this energy that we have tomorrow at 1:34 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, all of my times are Eastern Standard Time. So if you're in a different time zone, you need to like correct that, okay? Um at 1:34 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tomorrow, the full moon hits its pinnacle. And that's when we have the lunar eclipse at 14 degrees. Yeah, it looks like 14 degrees Scorpio. Am I reading that right? Yeah. So this is that's the time of release. That's the release point. When I let go of all the things that if I had been manifesting during this time, that's when I would let go of all the things that I've been manifesting. That's when I would just be like, okay, I'm out. You know, I've done all I can for this wish, this hope, this dream, whatever. I've done all I can for that. Now I am going to let spirit take care of it. Now I'm going to let spirit purify it, cleanse it, and bring it back to me. Are you guys with me? Now, the new moon, we have this wonderful new moon in Taurus on the 19th. It hits its peak at 11:53 a.m. That's when I'm going to start manifesting again, is on the 20th. I'm not even releasing during this time because we're still in this eclipse energy. We're still in this eclipse energy. So I'm not even really releasing during this time because this eclipse is sort of forcing us into release point. This eclipse is a big hang on, I have it all written down on the wrong notebook. Hold please. For Pete's sake, Jasmine, leave that cat alone. It's going to kick your ass. Come on. Okay. So this eclipse, this full moon lunar eclipse is going to force us to deal with deep emotional stuff, and it's going to force us to release. I don't need to add anything to that. I don't need to add anything to it because I knew what it was going to push me into releasing, and I've been working on that. It's not been easy, but I've been working on that. So this can be very disruptive because this is in a fixed sign. And I think I've said this like on some of my other videos. The fixed signs don't like to be disrupted. It's okay. Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, and Aquarius, I get you. I'm right there with you. I mean, I'm a Virgo. I'm an earth sign. I'm right there with you. I don't like to be disrupted. I don't like change either. I get it. My Gemini moon makes me a little bit fun. a little bit fun with change, but you know, sorry, trying to see what's going on over here. Jasmine's back. The cat's doing something weird now. So, this is definitely us purging during this full moon lunar eclipse. It's definitely something like, uh, you know, shifting this out. Now, we don't just have an eclipse, we also have some things going with conjunct. Okay, we have Uranus, Mercury, and the Sun all conjunct and opposing this full moon lunar eclipse. So, with that coming into play, and with Mercury being retrograde right now, this could be a rough ending, or because there's two sides to every coin, or it could be us letting go on a high note. And I said this in one of my videos, like Seinfeld did. You know, like Seinfeld got out on a high note, he left on a high note. So this is a definitive ending. So whatever was going on in the fall, whatever was happening in the fall, the changes that we were experiencing, the like dramatic stuff that happened to us at the end of October and the beginning of November, we're experiencing that definitive end right now. Yeah. So I want you to see how full moons do encourage us to release. They encourage us to purge. And it gets the ball rolling for us releasing all the way until we hit that new moon. So the next full moon that we will have after that is a full moon in Sagittarius on June 3rd. There will be no eclipses. So what you want to do is from this new moon in Taurus, manifest until we hit that full moon in Sagittarius with the sun in Gemini on June 3rd. Then, starting on June 4th is, I'm looking to see when it hits its pinnacle. June 4th is fine. June 5th, maybe even a little better. We start releasing. We start releasing out things that we no longer need. We have to make room for the things that we are manifesting. We have to make room for the things that we want to come into our lives. So, what do we need to get rid of? What do we need to remove? What do we need to purge? What do we need to keep? And I compared this to on my videos, the videos that I recorded about Maria Kondo. Oh my gosh, I love that little lady. She is just so precious. I wish she would come to my house. But you hold the things to you and say, does this spark joy? You do that with energy as well. If there is energies in your life that do not spark joy, then why in the hell are you keeping them? I'm just asking. So think about that. So we're going to start releasing on June 4th or 5th, dealer's choice. We're going to start releasing, and we're going to release all the way until we hit that new moon in Gemini on the 18th of June. So we've got a plan here. We've got a plan here, people. Are you following me? Is everybody with me? So this is what I want you to see right now. Now, when we hit this new moon in Taurus, this is a fantastic new moon. I can't even tell you how great this new moon is. When we hit this new moon in Taurus on the 19th, we've still got the sun in Taurus. We have Jupiter in Taurus. Just amazing stuff is happening. Okay. I just I know, just believe me. Um, but this is a great time. So when we hit this new moon in Taurus, what I want you to think about, and I know this is a couple of weeks away, and I'll probably remind you, but on the really before the 19th, on the 18th, before we start manifesting on the 20th, on the 18th, I really want you to sit down and think about, what do you want to see in your life when we hit the full moon in Taurus in the fall? I mean, what is it that you want to see? Is it something good? What do you want to see when the moon hits that full moon in Taurus in the fall? And I'm gonna go ahead and look that up because I wrote it down, but I can't find it. So we're not gonna talk about that little faux pas of mine. Full moon in Taurus is it's apparently in October. It is. Oh crap. This is gonna be a fun one. We've got a lunar eclipse with that full moon in Taurus in the fall. Well, that's that's gonna be this is gonna be really awesome. This is gonna be really, really interesting. So we've got a full moon lunar eclipse in the fall in Taurus on the 28th of October. So what do you want to see change in your life by the time we hit this next lunar eclipse? What is it that you want to change? Hey Catlin, how are you? What do you want to change? What do you want to see happen in your life? Start thinking about that on the 18th, 19th, and then I really want you to pour it in on the 20th. So there's your long-term manifestation. And we've talked about the short-term energy, but let me tell you, fixed signs, fixed signs are long-term energy. If you are a fixed sign, if you're a Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, or Aquarius, or if you have any of those in your top 3, sun, moon, or rising, you know what? Even if your Mercury is in one of those, this is this is a long-term thing. And this this is long-term energy that we're talking about. You feel that long term. You want that long-term energy. So, let's think about that. So we've got a long-term manifestation coming and short term. Okay? All right, so I'm going to say again, just for housekeeping purposes, if you have questions and you are watching this not live, if you're watching this in the reruns, the recording part, then make sure that you email me questions at metaphysicalroundtable@gmail.com. It may take me a few days to get back to you. I'm getting better about that because I've changed the format on my channel at Readings at the Round Table. So I've got a little time and I should have some help coming in soon. So excited about that. Okay, so the next thing I really want to touch on is turkey vulture medicine. I have talked about this before. It's been a while. It's probably been close to 2 years. Has it been that long? Oh my gosh. I don't know when I talked about this. It's been a long time. Um Turkey vulture medicine is have you guys ever seen turkey vultures? These are not attractive creatures. They are not pretty. But I'm bringing this up because um my dogs for the last 2 days have been outside barking and barking and barking. And I've had a lot of stress trying to find my recordings. I've been scouring I have 2 external hard drives and I usually back everything up to my external hard drives and I back everything up, multiple times because I'm a Virgo, I'm a nut. What can I say? Um but I have been like trying to pull videos from like the trash on my desktop, trying to find where they went because things just got lost. So I've been under a little bit of a stress like feeling for the past couple of days. And my dogs were outside barking like nobody's business. It was just like insane barking. And I was like, what is wrong with you? Is somebody coming into the yard? I mean, because my office is in the backyard. It's like, it's removed from the house, it's in the backyard. So we go outside, and the last 2 days, there's been turkey vultures sitting on the roof of my house and the house next door, and like just sort of flying around. I can't find anything dead around here. I've been looking. But that's what they do. They usually just eat, like, they usually just go after dead things. They don't pursue anything that's living. However, if you are, if you believe in your metaphysical practices, wrong side, um, sometimes you see animals that are bringing you messages. So I went back through my notes and looked it up, and I was like, oh my gosh, let's take a look at this. So I think it has been like 2 years since I touched this subject. Turkey vulture medicine represents both life and death. The important thing about turkey vultures is that they do not hunt. So this sort of plays into oh, there's the rest of my notes. I knew I had more notes. Okay, this sort of plays into the like manifesting. When we manifest something and we release that energy back out to spirit to let spirit take care of it, we don't need to be hunting for it. It's going to come to us. So just letting you know that. So the turkey vulture and the turkey vulture medicine represents both life and death. It's opportunistic, but it's very, very patient, and it thinks things through. It really thinks things through. They fly high, so high integrity. They fly high, they watch, they hover for hours, and they keep a watch over what's going on because they want to be careful. They're patient. They're opportunistic, but they're very, very patient because they think things through. They're the cleaners, they're the purifiers. And it's really great to have vultures around because they prevent diseases. Can you imagine if there was just dead things laying around all over the place? Like in nature. In nature is what I'm talking about. Just saying. They work in communities. They're really good with communication. And they they look at the big picture. They don't act until it's necessary. They don't act until it's necessary. It helps work on the shadow side because it helps us to deal with stuff we don't want to deal with. The turkey vultures come and like they eat things that are dying or dead, really, not dying. They eat things that are dead. So they're preventing disease. That's why they're the purifiers. But that's stuff that nobody wants to deal with. Think about it. Nobody wants to deal with those, like, animals that have like transitioned in nature or in the wild or whatever. These guys are built for it. That's all that they do. They're not equipped to eat any living, like living thing. They eat only things that are dead. So they're taking things away that are no longer serving us. I feel like saying mic drop, but I'm too cool to say something like that. I'm just kidding. This is a time of renewal and rebirth. When we see turkey vultures or we feel led to look at the turkey vulture medicine, this is a time of renewal and rebirth. Guess what eclipses are? They're a catalyst. They're a catalyst to purge so that we can renew. It's basically the Tower card, but not in a bad way. I don't feel like the Tower card is the boogeyman like I used to think. Years ago, 3-4 years ago, I used to think that the Tower card was just like, oh my gosh, that's the boogeyman. It's not. It's not. is showing us that we need to let go of things that are no longer serving us and maybe rebuild. This is definitely renewal energy. So, because it doesn't hunt, it's not looking for things that it's not supposed to know. It's not looking for things that are still growing and living. So, that's not where its focus is. We don't need to be looking for things that we are not supposed to know. We don't need to be looking for things that we are not equipped for or that we haven't reached that level yet. Do you see what I'm saying? So sometimes with that turkey vulture medicine, when I see the turkey vultures, I ask, am I looking at things that's none of my business? Sometimes I get a yes. A lot of times I get a yes. What can I say? I'm a nosy Virgo. I have a Gemini moon. I'm very curious. I happen to like that about Geminis, but not everybody likes that about me. So there may be things that we're not supposed to know at this time. Don't hunt for them. Don't look for them. Wait for things to come to you. Be prepared. Be opportunistic in a good way, not in a bad way. Be opportunistic. Think things through and be patient. Look at the big picture and don't act until absolutely necessary. This is definitely a time to cleanse, to clean not only your spirit, but maybe even, I don't know, your closet, your basement, your makeup drawer. I got to tell you, I started cleaning. I had no idea what I had packed into old girl here. This is, well, it says my face. Yeah, I had no idea the kind of crap that I had in here. I had expired makeup in here. Like I'm not in this every day. I had expired makeup in here. How did that happen? So it is. It's a signal for us to clean, to purify. And maybe it is an energetic purification, maybe it is an energetic cleanup, or maybe it's literal. Maybe we do need to take a look at some of the things around us because some of those things could make us sick. And it's a great time to do it. It's spring. Spring cleaning, right? So, this is also root chakra work. So, the turkey vulture medicine also brings us to root chakra work. Blah, blah, blah. I can't talk. It's, again, it's root chakra work is anything deep. It's about our ancestors. It's about feeling safe, feeling secure, feeling supported. That's the word I'm looking for. Sorry. I've moved my little, I love when this happens. I moved this and now I can't get it back. Okay. Sorry, my knee kept hitting it. That's awesome. So the root chakra is about what is supporting us. Do we feel supported? Um uh, it is about our ancestors, it's about anything deep, and guess what this lunar eclipse is about? It's about deep energy. It's about deep emotional stuff. So think about that. There's a lot of stuff that's tying in here. There's a lot of stuff that's tying in here. And I will say that bringing in, like if you're needing assistance with the root chakra, I've got anything deep, like petrified wood, like crystals that are petrified, um, uh, or volcanic, like black. Um, rubies or garnets, calling in your ancestors, anything that's red or like is root oriented. Like I really pull in the energy of the tree. That's like, I have a huge tree right outside of my office. I mean, it's an enormous old tree, and so I pull in the energy of that all the time. I I spend a lot of time with that tree. I know. I touch it a lot. But this is those are the things. Wearing red, focusing on something with deep roots. Those are all things that will really, really help you with your root chakra. The root chakra is really about, it's about our stability. And I think that's why it sort of ties into the turkey vulture medicine, because it is about our health. It is about our survival, even our family, and our connection to the earth. So when we feel like it's not clear, when the root chakra or the base chakra is not clear, we start feeling hopeless, we start feeling anxiety, we start feeling depleted, insecure, just all of those things that are no longer serving us. They haven't served us to begin with. I mean, unless like your anxiety triggers you to do something good, mine doesn't. I mean, when I'm feeling abandoned or indecisive, which are more things associated with the root chakra not being cleansed, I don't feel I can't make um I can't make positive moves in my life. But sometimes feeling unstable will trigger me to say, I got to get this together. I have thing one and thing two depending on me. I've got 3 cats and 3 dogs depending on me. You know, okay, sometimes it's 4 cats, but we're not telling Dr. Seuss about that. Um, so we really do need to think things through, okay, during this time. I think that this is really, really important during this eclipse energy time. And seriously, just hang back from like manifesting, releasing. I think actually what I'm hearing is releasing is fine during this time, during the eclipse energy. I just don't like to I don't like to invite in chaos, because I live with 3 males in a house with 3 dogs and 3 cats, and there's a cat outside that again Dr. Seuss doesn't know about. So um a lot of energy, a lot of chaos. Not all of these animals get along with each other. There's 2 dogs that I have to keep separated all the time. There's 2 cats that I have to keep separated all the time. You know, I got enough of that. So I don't really have a tendency to do anything during eclipses. Yeah, anymore. I manifested a couple of times during eclipse seasons, and I have lived to regret that. So we won't be doing that again. Um, but I think that this is really positive. I think that there's a lot of great stuff going on. Um, and I think that this is a really good time for when we hit this Taurus new moon to start manifesting. And here's the notes that I have on that. Um, planning because this is a time of growth and prosperity. Having Jupiter in Taurus is a time of growth and prosperity. Having Mars in Leo is a time of confidence and enthusiasm. We don't want to go overboard on any of those. Like, we want to stay within our means, and we want to have confidence and enthusiasm, but not going, I think I'm going to go to the moon tomorrow. Um Maybe someday, but not like, tomorrow. Where you gonna hijack a rocket. Um, so where do you want to be in October? Where do you want to be when this moon rolls around to the full moon in Taurus? Where do you want to be in October? Look at your growth and prosperity and take advantage of the fact that Jupiter is in Taurus. Set goals and planning for prosperity and growth. I always like to plan, And sometimes I plan too much. I admit that. Not a problem with admitting that. Um, but so we don't want to overplan. We want to leave some room for, like, changes, because spirit is going to change it because they know what's best for us. Use the law of attraction. Um, but listen to this and listen carefully. Most people that are wanting money, what they actually want is what money can buy. So start thinking in terms of prosperity. What do you want? When you say you want money, why do you want money? This is from Scott Cunningham and like the gypsy cards, the Russian gypsy fortune telling cards that I have. I've had those since like 1995. Um, what is it that you want? Because it's not that you want money, it's that you want something that money can buy, right? Because most of us are not sitting around going, I just want to have like $1 million in the bank just to look at it. I just want to know it's there, you know? Just want to see it every now and then. No, we want the things that $1 million can buy, right? Do we want security? Do we want to pay off all our bills or something? So, if we're wanting to pay things off, then start focusing and writing paid in full across, like, I don't know, credit card statements. Like, energetically in your mind, you can do it physically, but don't trick yourself into not paying the damn bill every month. Are you with me? Use the paid in full process. That's from Law of Attraction. That's from the Abraham Hicks book. Use that law of attraction energy and say, paid in full, paid in full. Write it across your mortgage. Still pay it every month, but write it across your mortgage. Um, this is really good when you work on pictures and like bills and stuff, when you work on those things, but just don't forget to actually still pay those bills, but just write paid in full across it. Bring in the picture of what you want. Do you want to buy a home? Bring in a picture of what it is that you want. Put it on a bulletin board and just say, I want that or something better. That or something better. Do you want a new car? Do you want a different kind of automobile? Put that picture on a bulletin board and say, I want this or something better. I want this or something better. Whatever it is for my best and highest good. So, again, we're working in change. What is it that you want to see happen in 6 months? What do you want to see happen in October? You can do lists and spreadsheets. I'm all about that. If anybody wants to do Excel, my gosh, I love Excel. It's the best thing ever. All those kind of spreadsheets, oh my gosh, I love them. But plans do change. Spirit knows more than we do. Roll with the changes. That means they're changing things for the better. They're not going to change things for the worse for you. They're not going to change things for the worse. They're going to change things for the better. So roll with the changes, even if you don't initially like it, even if you're like, I don't know if I like that. Just hang on. Just hang on. Wait and look at the bigger picture. Be the turkey vulture. Wait and look at the bigger picture. Don't act yet. Not until it's necessary. Let spirit finish. They know more than we do. Don't force things. Don't put the cart before the horse, and be open. Be open with your manifestations. And the biggest thing of all, celebrate that shit. Celebrate. Be excited about it. Be happy about it. Get excited about, God dang, look at that house. Look at that car. Look at that person that you brought in for me. Be excited about it. Don't be like, all right, well, that's the house I want. I don't have it yet. go. Be excited about that. That is the house I'm getting, or something better. That is the car that I'm getting, or something better. Put that out there. If you're wanting Jason Momoa, tack him up on your wall and say that or something better. They may not bring you Jason Momoa, but they may bring you something better. I don't really know how there's something better. I know those of you that follow me on Facebook, those of you that see me on Facebook know that I posted this thing of him and he was in a loincloth and I was like, God dang, what was that man selling again? Like, I forgot because he was in a loincloth and his ass was hanging out. And I just needed a minute to replay that in my head. Just 10 seconds. It was fine. So anyway, this is all about mindset, knowledge, and action, belief, action, and growth. This is faith. Understand that spirit knows more than we do. So be open. Don't put the cart before the horse. Don't say, well, I have that house, so I'm going to go ahead and buy all the furniture for it. No, 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 no. No. One step at a time, one thing at a time, right? Just like the temperance card says, in moderation. Don't force things. Don't force it to happen. Make your plans, but roll with it. Spirit knows more than we do. Make your lists, make your spreadsheets, whatever you got to do. But setting goals and planning for prosperity and growth, there is absolutely nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. Make sure you are releasing during this time because you have to make room for the new things coming in. You have to make room for the prosperity that you're asking for. And remember, when you're trying to manifest and you're manifesting money, stop and say, wait, I'm not just wanting to manifest money. I want the things that money can buy. Maybe they'll bring you that item instead of bringing you the money. Wouldn't you just be just as happy? So that's an interesting concept, and it hit me pretty hard when I was just like, oh, really? I do want the things that money can buy. How about that? Maybe I've been manifesting the wrong thing. So, I think that this is excellent, excellent stuff. And just again, with that turkey vulture medicine, remember that there's cycles. We manifest with the moon in cycles, life and death, waxing and waning. Everything is cyclic. It's supposed to be cyclic. Our savings account is supposed to be cyclic. You're not supposed to sit on $1 million like King Midas. I know there are people in the world that do that, but that's not what our savings account is supposed to be. For most of us, we save our money because we want something or we want to go somewhere, right? Or it's for an event of some kind. We're saving for that. So then we save for it, we spend it, don't feel guilty about it. You saved for it. Now start saving for the next thing. Or if you think you're going to feel guilty about it, then just don't use all of it. Don't use all of your savings for that person, place, or thing. But everything is supposed to be cyclic. We're not supposed to stay young forever, even though I'm damn sure trying. But these wrinkles are starting to take over my face. I can't even talk about that. But this is important to see that turkey vulture medicine and seeing the renewal and rebirth, the life and death, everything is cyclic. Make sure you think things through during this time, because this is a really crazy time. This month, there's some weird stuff going on. Okay. We have a square with Pluto and Jupiter, and that's going to push us to want more money, more success, more visibility, more like fame or something, whatever. It's going to push us to want that. Those things are not bad. Those things are not bad. Ambition is not bad. Confidence is not bad. Enthusiasm is not bad. But it is bad if we overshoot it, if we go too far with it. Do y'all see what I'm talking about? I hope y'all do. Can y'all still hear me? I'm still seeing people on YouTube and Facebook, but I mean, y'all can't see each other, but I can see you. So, and really, I'm the only one that mattered. No, I'm just kidding. I'm so funny, really. I also think I have a cat hair in my eye. Oh, my eyes are watering. So, okay. So tell me, do you guys have questions? Do y'all have any questions about the turkey vulture medicine? Do you have questions about manifesting with the moon? Do you have questions about any of these cyclic things that I've been talking about? Are you guys good? Feeling good? Y'all have no idea how much I enjoy this group. I mean, really, the people that join this broadcast are just phenomenal. Really. Um, Here's the next change that I've been thinking about, and I'm just gonna put that out there because I'm not gonna change like right now. But here's the next change that I've been thinking about. How would anybody here feel if I moved metaphysical practices to Mondays, to Monday evenings? Would that upset the apple cart too much? I'm not changing right now. I'm just thinking about it. Just from the standpoint of uh, like when people are watching the videos. And so I was just thinking, oh, Alethea, I'm sorry. I'm glad, Veronica. It is. It's a lot of note taking. So I tell you what, you guys, I am going to type this up. I am going to pull it out of my metaphysical practices notebook. Yes, I have a notebook. Actually, this isn't the first one. But y'all know who I am. But look at this notebook. Isn't that cute? Look, it has it has like the astrology on it. Isn't that just precious? I can't find another one. But I did find one that looks like this. So, that'll do. But anyway, so I was just going to see like what you guys were thinking. If like Mondays would be good, I might switch up and do Mondays. It just seems like a lot more people watch on like the show on Monday. So, hey Suzanne. Um oh, we definitely need to talk, Alethea. Um but I'm thinking about it, and I won't make any changes like right now. I may wait like a month or so. We'll see how it goes. But summertime is coming and my kids are going to be home. And they're also going to be pretty active this summer. So, yeah, so much fun. I will, Alethea. Let me just double check. While I'm in here. Yes, ma'am. I have you in here. So I'll give you a holler, okay? Love it. Um So I'll give you a holler. And maybe I may have to call you on Saturday or Sunday. Because I don't typically take clients on the weekends, but my schedule's been all kind of crazy lately. Um, but this is awesome, you guys. This is such a great group. I will type it up. I will pull the information out of my metaphysical practices. I'll type it up and I can email it. So you guys email me at metaphysicalroundtable@gmail.com and say um moon moon manifestation or turkey vulture medicine, and I'll send it out to you. Yes, 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 indeed. And I hopefully could get it out to you possibly by Saturday, even. Yeah. All right. Well, you guys, it's been so wonderful. This is so great. I thank you so much for joining me tonight. I appreciate all of you. Y'all are just awesome. Thank you so much for joining me. I will let you know way ahead of time if I move metaphysical practices to Mondays, but I think it's just a better night for me. So I forget. I can't even remember why I used to do this on Fridays. But definitely I thinking moving it to Monday. So we'll see. But I hope you guys have an awesome night. And Diane, hit me up. Like you need to email me so we can talk. All right, you guys, I hope y'all have a great week. Enjoy this full moon lunar eclipse tomorrow and in Scorpio. It's purging energy. This is no joke. It's deep emotional stuff cuz it's Scorpio. And y'all, I guess we'll see each other next week. You guys have a wonderful, wonderful week. And until I see you again, what are you going to do? Get out there and make your magic. Bye, y'all.